Morning. Wake up to Rodney. Right, so I'm just leaving my local Waitrose, and this is what I mean about how good Waitrose is, apart from the fact that there's a lady getting into a disabled parking thing in front of me, so I can't get out, and I'm beeping all over the place. She's moved now. Right, so just been to my local Waitrose and see, just had a half hour, just spoke to him for half an hour, conversation with ex-Champions League winner with Aston Villa, Dennis Mortimer, and he's a Scouser, which is hilarious, and but he lives around the corner from me, and we've just been talking for half an hour about the state of football and about my book, The Price of Winning. Now, he knows the price of winning, and he was one of the coaches who coached me and Mark Bellingham, not Paul. Who's Paul? Mark Bellingham, Jude Bellingham's dad. He coached us on how to coach on the B license. Yeah, that was it, at St George's Park. And yeah, so what was he saying? Yeah, so we just had a half an hour conversation. I should have recorded it because he was absolute football gold, and he highlighted many of the things that I've said. Now, he can talk because he's won, so a lot of the things that I'm saying in my book, he's just reiterated. Like, so for example, you want to teach people to play from the back. Yeah, to play from the back. Now, you can only do that if you got the players to I've come the wrong way. You can only do that if you got the players to achieve it. If you haven't got the players to achieve it, then you can't play from the back. You can play out from the back, but the possession, the Barcelona style possession, wash it fluid long, it's impossible. So the mindset is there, and that's what I loved about just chatting to Dennis Mortimer. Champions League winner, First Division, or what would now be the Prem League winner. Yeah, England international, amazing. Yeah, and he's just reiterated a lot of the things I say. So I'm going to put a chapter in my book regarding who he is as a player, who he was as a player. And see, the difference now is that footballers, you've got like the top 50, 25 to 50 footballers in the world who are amazing at what they do, absolutely amazing at what they do. But you've then got this next level of player that are nowhere near, who can't do another role other than the role that they've already got, who can't achieve anything in the game just because there's not enough opportunity. So even someone as good as Jack Grealish, yeah, can't get a start. He can't get a start. And this is £100 million player, so that means he's in the top 20 players in the world that have cost over 90 million or however much it is. And that is one of the biggest highlights to me about what is wrong with football today. And he's right, there are too many players, and the academies are holding on to players because yes, they've invested. Don't blame them, they've invested millions of pounds into these players. But why? Why? People aren't factories. You can't just create these things. Let Spain, Portugal, let them create the players. If we want to create English-born excellent players, do that at St George's. Do that at the performance centres. Don't do that in the clubs. The club should be the means. The club should be the end. The club should be. The clubs should be where these players now go to play. Not a case of, so I've just come out of there to come into here. What a joke. The whole system is broken. It's broken because you've got 25 players in the team. It's far too many. And then they're putting players out on loan. They're not playing, so you're not getting the chance to become good enough. Whereas if you played 150 games in the Championship, right, but then came up to the Prem, this is good what they're doing. You've got a chance of being good enough because you've played 150 games. See, that's what they do in Spain. That's what they do in Portugal. That's what they do in Holland. You manage to play over 100 games before. That's not happening because you're getting clubs with, they're paying, you could be the 24th player in a 25-player squad, still on 100 grand a week. You've played 50 minutes a month. How are you going to get good? How are you going to stay sharp? How are you going to stay in tune as a player? How? See, it's impossible. It's impossible. So we're creating a scenario where players just aren't good enough. But because they have value, yet you're trying to, and that all goes against being good enough as a player. And my thing is being a winner. So, for example, and I keep going back to that World Cup quarter-final against France, when we needed Jack Grealish on at 60 minutes. The reason why was because he hardly played any minutes that season. Gareth Southgate didn't see that he was going to make an impact, and we lose the game. Whereas Grealish, I guarantee you, if we'd have brought Grealish on in 60 minutes and gave him 35 minutes with 38 minutes with extra time, we would have won that game. I truly believe we'd have won that game. Because Jack Grealish, the most foul player in the world, would have got us the free kick or another penalty. He would have got us something. Anyway, I'm just really gassed that I've just met Dennis Mortimer and just spoke to him for a good half an hour. And, obviously he clocked me before I clocked him. And I'm gassed about that. He clocked me before I clocked him. He was like, so when I got in there and I went, Deno, and he's all, Matty. I was like, what? As if Champions League winner, league winner with Aston Villa knows me, first name basis. Do you know what I mean? Listen, like and subscribe, guys. Wake up to Rodney. Loads of positive things going. I'm going to war with a few people, but that's the yin and the yang of life. Okay, but make sure you like and subscribe. Cheers, guys. Bye.